The opening day of this year's Masters Snooker continues now on BBC2 with Ray Stubbs at Wembley.
A Christmas party with the Armstrongs, but will anybody turn up? Find out tomorrow at 10. Right now on BBC2, Image is Everything.
The perfect time of night now on BBC2 for political manoeuvring. So while BBC One covers Tim Henman's exciting match at Wimbledon, the BBC News comes to BBC2 now with George Alagaya and Sean Williams. Digital viewers should press TV and button 2 on their remote control. The 6 surviving candidates are thrown in at the deep end in the shark-infested world of estate agents. The Apprentice on BBC2 tomorrow night at 9. Now, taming a tantrum-prone 4-year-old. It's BBC Three's Little Angels.
OK, ready to get really paranoid? The monsters really are out to get you. There's strong language and scenes of violence now on BBC2 in the psychological thriller Nightbreed.
A brand new series looking back at 4 summers which changed Britain forever, now on BBC2, beginning with A Summer of Love, and this week, very strong language from 1967. Three-time winners Italy begin their World Cup campaign tomorrow. It's Italy v Ghana at 7:30 on BBC One. Right now, BBC2 looks back at how Italy became one of the most successful footballing nations of all time in the last of our World Cup stories.
Newsnight now on BBC2 with Jeremy Paxman.
We have a change to our schedule now on BBC2. Today's events in Iraq have meant that we'll be joining BBC News 24 in about half an hour. That also means we'll not now be showing Never Mind the Buzzcocks, but instead in its place and half an hour earlier than billed, and with some strong language. It's Double Take.
Now on BBC2, of all the words in all the world, Blackadder's making good use of just 2 of them, bitter and twisted.
As one war in Israel ends, the potential for another far more dangerous one begins. With unique access to Israeli top brass, This World reports at 9:50. First on BBC2, Danny Wallace wants us to think differently about his pet subject. TV highlights from 34 years ago, and among the variety shows and classic comedies, a real life or death drama that had viewers hooked. That was the week we watched, now on BBC2.
The global battle against terrorism continues now on BBC2 in a gripping new drama from the Channel of the Year. Following a second surprise attack, American and British security services are struggling to stay ahead of the game.
The news gets a good kicking from Joe Brand and Dara O'Brien, lacerating wit with Mock the Week coming up, a new series here on BBC2 in 10 minutes.
A new series now on BBC2 follows the work of the seaside parish of Boscastle, dealing with last year's floods. It's a new series of a seaside parish in half an hour on BBC2, after another new series, which explores the country's great cathedrals.